Hey everybody, Jesse here with Machinery Scope. Did a little maintenance on one of our combines just recently and changed oil, and we found one of our gearboxes had some pretty dark oil in it. So we kind of questioned what was going on, if we had a problem. It runs through a cooler. It's on our feeder house drive. And so there's a little pump that circulates oil through a cooler. And the oil was pretty black. And so we kind of questioned whether or not something was going on. So take some of that oil and you can put it on a white piece of paper. Well, this oil is getting diluted, but you can kind of tell if it's black, really black, you got a problem. It's a good way to see what's going on inside of a system. If that paper test turns it really black and dark and it doesn't really clear up, kind of tells you that you have a problem. In this case, we did. It smelt burnt. There was an issue. And when we took the little pump apart, we found the keyway was broke. And then we also look at this gear really close. I can get a good picture. See how there's a crack right there. It actually cracked the gear, and so it wasn't pumping. So it's a good example of when you're doing maintenance and you're checking oils, checking the condition of that oil. You know, whether you're using a sample with SOS samples. When you're sending it in, you can look at the color of the oil, and that'll give you a good indication if you have a problem. By doing that, we saved a gearbox, caught it in time. So the new gearbox here is probably in that 8,000 to 10,000 range. So $500 repair on a pump, because we looked at the oil close. It's a good way to be preventative. So oil samples, checking that at regular basis, just pulling a plug and checking that oil. Good thing to do is warm it up. We had drained this oil previously, and then I ran it again, and we did find the oil did not, it actually was still pretty dirty. So it didn't change. Same with anything. Run it, make sure that you're getting that oil moved and ran through the system, warmed up. So the key to this is making sure you're doing oil samples. You know, sometimes you'll have oil sample ports. You can use a oil sample gun or a bottle. Go into the port, make sure you're draining that sample first. Fill up the bottle or partially, and then fill it up again. That'll give you a nice clean sample, because you could have some dirt in your sample port. You can also go through the dipstick of the engine. That's a good way to do it. But look at the sample of your oil when you're doing maintenance on your machines. Don't just check level, get some oil out of there, see what's going on. It could save you a lot of money just by looking at what that oil condition is. So have a good day, everybody.